All right, so how can you meditate on illusory form, or I guess in this case, more specifically, illusory body, which again is basically the practice of seeing waking reality as empty of inherent existence, or basically like a dream. And so these techniques I'm about to share, would really be a bit easier if you've already had a lucid dream, although that's definitely not necessarily needed. As long as you're familiar with the dream space and kind of how they feel, then I think a lot of these techniques here would work. So one of the most fundamental ways to do this is a lot like a very classic lucid dreaming reality check technique, where you look out at waking reality and you ask yourself, am I dreaming? But you're doing it with a little bit different perspective. So instead of looking out and asking yourself if you're dreaming, you're trying to look out and see waking reality as if it was a dream. So you can do that really in a very similar way by, instead of saying, am I dreaming, just look out and say, this is a dream, with, heartfelt sincerity, right? To really try and find that dream-like feeling. And it really can work if you've never tried it. I mean, go ahead and give it a try. You actually really can kind of find that feeling. Another thing you can do too is you can try to bring like the senses of dreaming out into waking reality. So you can do little tricks like, put earplugs in your ears, or what works really good here is like the AirPods, right, Pros, and put them on like noise canceling mode, but don't listen to anything. And it has a good job of like silencing everything out, all the background hum. And then just, walk through the world, and you can kind of bring on this kind of eerie, dreamlike feel. Another one that works too is kind of look one direction, right, and close your eyes, turn your head and look another direction, and then it's kind of like having a scene jump, where a lot of times dreams are like that, where you kind of just jump from scene to scene to scene, instead of like having one smooth, panning head turn like that. Uh, what else you can try? Oh, something that works really good for me that I made a video on this like a year ago, but what I used to do a lot when my son was playing soccer, I'd be stuck on the sidelines watching him play, is lots of times for me in dreams, like you're basically paralyzed, right? And you have this rapid eye movement stuff. And in a lot of senses, your eyes are actually looking, wherever you're looking in the dream. So your eyeballs are always going to the far corners of your eyes, right? So what you can do is you can kind of sit back, like hold your head still, and then I would like watch my son like run from one side of the field to the other by just kind of really, moving my eyeballs. And for me, that really kind of generated this kind of sense and feel of dreaming. You could also just stack all these things on top of each other, right? Like put the earplugs in, you know, do like blink. When you blink, kind of blink and keep your eyes closed a little bit longer. Do the head turn thing. Keep your head still and kind of, move your eyeballs to the very far corners of your eyes. All that stuff can kind of stack and really quickly bring on this kind of eerie, dreamlike feel. Another thing he says in here, like when you're looking out at the world and trying to see it as dreamlike, is you can do look out and kind of, if you ever tried like VR before, look out and kind of try to bring up that sense of, oh hey, I'm just really looking through at virtual reality, or everything's a hologram. And that's another way to kind of bring up that same general sense and feel. But yeah, give it a try, and this will also have the added bonus of, working like a reality check in a lot of sense, and can bring on more lucid dreams that way.